Okay, so we're at part 34. Excitement. I'm really feeling the way I look today, so this is going to be good. If you guys are new here, you should definitely subscribe. And without ado, we're just going to go straight into 34. I think the last one he was talking to Lars.
What made him this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated?
It's looking pretty girly in that
This
thumbnail,
is
though.
the story of Chris Chan.
Dun, 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 dun. There. Maybe the lighting's a little bit better. Not really. God damn, I don't know why this is so annoying.
On Thanksgiving 2010, after writing to Christian several strongly worded emails criticizing him, Jackie sent him a short, simple greeting asking about how he spent his holiday. He wrote back saying that he had a pleasant Thanksgiving and that he disapproved of her way of telling the truth, which hurt him, stating that she was exceeding his hurtful truth level. In response, Jackie sent a lengthy email rebutting his claims of not being egotistical and selfish, and complained about his negative opinions concerning socializing over the internet, when he made no effort in making friends in real life. You've just written a large email telling me that you basically want to forget about me because email is inconvenient and because I don't kiss your ass enough. Once again, sterling display of reciprocity you show there, Chris. Everyone is supposed to be nice and sympathetic to you, but you don't care what others think or feel or need.
Oh?
So anyway, if you want to go your whole life without having to face the truth about yourself, that's fine. Just accept that you won't be respected as an adult and that you won't be getting a girlfriend or sex.
You gotta lay it
ever.
on thick.
After this sour exchange, there was a 2-week gap in communications between Chris and Jackie until December 7th, when she wrote a brief email asking how he was getting along and whether he had made any progress in socializing in real life or if he was still sitting at home playing video games all day. Chris sent her a reply within 20 minutes. Hey Jackie, well, currently, I'm not making much progress in making new friends, but I have been going out more. I'm still frozen and clammed up in mass public, and for your information, I said socializing on the internet was bad, not the whole internet in general. Yet while I do
It seems like
sometimes
moments
play
like
on
this, I
PS
feel
Home,
bad
a
for
social
him.
gaming network, I still am frozen in that public setting with my avatar, and I mainly focus on the single player exploring and play. How are things with you and Lars? Stay safe and well. Christian. Jackie informed him that Lars was still in addiction counseling, but was doing well,
For
and
the
suggested
fucking
that Chris
boats.
should return to the social media site Facebook to socialize by joining a group, since it was apparently near impossible for trolls to bother him there. After this correspondence was another break in emails until Jackie wrote to him again on December 19th, asking about his current situation. After not getting a reply, she sent him 2 emails a couple of days later, sarcastically implying that she thought that he was too busy socializing to respond to her. She then sent him a link to the online dating website We Waited, which catered to virgins who sought other virgins. Since the site had a very strict identity confirmation process, Jackie said that there would be no way for trolls to set up a fake account on it. The following day, Chris finally replied, stating that he still had trouble socializing in real life. In addition, he told her that his avatar on PlayStation Home was being followed by trolls. He added that for Christmas, he wished that both the Quickie and Encyclopedia Dramatica completely disappear so then he wouldn't be portrayed as a monster anymore. Christmas of 2010
See, I feel
came
bad
and went
for him now.
without anything of note occurring. By the start of January 2011, organized trolling efforts had all ceased. However, trolls continued to
2011,
observe
boys.
and record Christian's video game spending and playing habits via his online gaming profiles, noting that he spent a considerable amount of time playing DC Universe Online and Little Big Planet 2. Also, during the first month of the year, Chris planned to attend the music and gaming festival.
I remember I played DC Universe Online. Everybody just picked super speed as your main power. Like, flight and super strength is just irrelevant if you could just, like, run up buildings.
MacFest in Alexandria, Virginia, and meet up with someone who was possibly named Rebecca, an online gal pal portrayed by the same troll who had previously played the parts of Emily and Kim Wilson. On January 15th, he wrote a lengthy email to her, letting her know that he had to cancel his plans because he was pressured to do so by his parents. Yesterday, in a final, childish attempt, I gave my mom and dad the autistic treatment. Silent, deaf, and no eye contact, which wrecked a family outing to country cookin' that afternoon. After getting back home, she came up to my room and in an angry, sad tone told me sarcastically, "Go on your trip, but at least take 2 blankets with you to keep warm." Then she left crying. Then my father came in a few minutes later, telling me of us 3 bang a hole and what would happen if one leaves, and informed me that due to the crap on the internet against and about me from the trolls and what I uploaded, as well as my real events between PVCC, the mall, the cops, and all that shit, plus being psychologically matched to the high school and college dropout who shot the people in Arizona, and the great number of people locally and worldwide who hate and loathe me. Legally, I am a sitting duck. Auntie told me of Mom saying she was going to pack up and leave the house. Then I ran downstairs, finding her on the couch. She was so miserable and sad. She talked of wanting to die. "You don't even have to change my clothes. You can just bury me in what I have on." I was so sad and crying and so sorry for the way I misbehaved. We hugged and made up a bit. Then I went back upstairs and told Dad she was lying on the couch. Then I opened my DSI's notebook app and drew up a 3-circle pyramid diagram of me, Mom, and Dad, analyzing all 3 aspects, and I felt more sad. I saved the app, turned the handheld off, turned off the TV, grabbed my quilt, wrapping it around my head, and I sat up to my scrunched sleep position on the couch. But I did not go to sleep. I cried and cried some more, which led me to move to my bed, still with quilt on my head. I laid face down into my...
First off, I'm kind of not feeling too good today. Don't worry, it's not COVID-19, so fuck off with that shit. So I'm a little... head hurts. I think it's because I haven't had any caffeine and I'm going through withdrawals. Secondly, I think it's fucking hilarious that if Christmas spells literally anything, instead of just reading it as the words should be, Gino just says, "cred." I would have never known it was misspelled if he didn't, fucking do that.
More. I felt very miserable and realizing that at this point my only reason for being was to keep this falling apart family together. And even worse, I lied to you in the email I sent to you post-father and pre-notebook writing. I called up Rocky and talked to her about the situation because I needed someone to talk to immediately, pre-quilt. I felt worse than shit. A few minutes later, Mom calls me on my cell to check on me. I tell her how miserable I was. She came upstairs. I was on the bed, in fetus position, with quilt on my head. I did not feel like showing my face. She sat by my side, rubbed my back with one hand in comforting attempt, confiding in me moments of similar events that happened to her. I eventually sat up with her, and we shared a good, long cry with tissues. Then we went up to Walmart for groceries at about 8 after finishing our cry and recovering. Points are, my family and I do not have any friends and outside family to depend on. Mom and Dad's relatives gave us constant cold shoulders, thinking they're royalty, when really they're no better off. And any friends were either dead, left behind in Midlothian, or alive and giving us cold shoulders too. They will never feel at ease with me going anywhere more distance away than Charlottesville or Ruckersville, not unless they actually know and have met in person any people of my acquaintance, including you. I am very sorry, and at the Destinaton, unless they are sure it is okay and safe for me to be around or stay at, I'm still a legally sitting duck, troll setup paranoid and such. And also, Mom treated me to half payment of a copy of DC Universe Online to make up for not allowing me to go. Even after that, I still feel low as shit.
The game's free, isn't it?
I'm so sorry to you for lying to you about the recent sickness and making destined to fail promises. But family does come first, and it does say in the commandments and Bible to honor thy mother and father, and I must further insist on you and my parents meeting in person and talking in good faith and confidence. After this email, Chris withdrew himself even more and failed to pick up incoming phone calls.
I mean, it's sad. It's kind of sad, but if you really think about it, this dude's like my age. Like, I don't need my parents involved.
An email to another gal pal who was portrayed by the same troll, apologizing for not talking with her over the phone. He explained that he was still feeling miserable over his scrapped travel plans and was falling asleep and waking up very early. He added that he recently volunteered at his church, which was at the time providing accommodation to the homeless as part of the Paysom seasonal homeless shelter program. He loaned out his Sega Dreamcast game console for the evening so that the homeless could play it. He also helped serve food to them.
Where?
Chris told the gal pal that he would have volunteered again the following day, but couldn't bring himself to go there again due to his depression and extensive gameplay of Little Big Planet 2. He noted that the game was encouraging him to think creatively again, coming up with new storyline ideas for his Sonic 2 characters in the form of playable levels in the game. Nevertheless, he remained doubtful of being worthy of talking with her over the phone for the time being. In early February, Chris got a urinary tract infection, causing him many restless nights. During this time, he treated himself with
I had probably the worst UTI kind of thing last year, and my kidneys were like really, really bad. It was to the point where like I was supposed to actually do a I think it was for 500 subs. For 500 subs, I was supposed to drink alcohol to the kid that says "freaky freak" or whatever. Every time he says that in the video, I would take a shot, and I was gonna do it, but I was going through like some kidney issues, and it just made me think about that. And holy shit, I'm almost at 2,000 subs now.
antibiotics.
I should probably do a
prescribed by his
2000
doctor
special
while
to
being
make up
forced
for
to
that.
Stay at home. He mentioned in an email that his mother was quite helpful to him, who on at least one occasion brought him cartons of orange juice and chocolate soy milk to make him feel better. When he felt healthier, Chris continued to work on his Little Big Planet levels, which included a series of movie-like animation levels talking about his life and autism, for which he would provide a narration track. On February 9th,
creepy.
he completed his animation showcasing his collector's case system on Little Big Planet 2.
Hello, and welcome to the tutorial of the collector's case in Little Big Planet, originally created by Christian Weston Chandler. I'm your host, Sonichu, the electric hedgehog Pokemon, and today we are going to tour the collector's case, which was originally created in Little Big Planet and now being revamped in Little Big Planet 2. If you recall the arcade level in Little Big Planet 2, which is the first level in the final zone.
It's so funny watching him do like Let's Plays when that was not even a thing back then.
Where if you play the mini games a little bit, you would unlock a prize, which would drop from the top of the machine. That's essentially called a drawer system. And I use that technology similarly here in the LBT, Little Big Planet 2 version of the collector's case.
LBT.
Okay, before we go up, we'll talk about the individual parts. Dissolve parts, dissolve shells. Put your number of bowls behind these, and you can drop them down all at once. You can either put the bowls in up top, or remove the front temporarily.
See, this shit's creative. Like, I couldn't do this.
And then sticking it back as you put the bubbles in place. One bubble for each square. And the shells here made up with a thin layer on the front, a thin layer on the back, and an inner-outward switch, which is obvious right there. Check your tutorial on that. Okay, so we are in the boxes. Yep, we gotta look at the boxes. Yep, press button, any button. The key. Pull lever. Anything
I wonder if he still plays this.
Put your box together. Hold it. Swing around. Collect the bubbles. Bubbles all down. You missed it. Make them drop. Drop them as you go. So anyway, that's essentially it for the
It's Digivice.
stuff. So yeah. You can also back these up onto your hard drive or remove them in it. Do what you want. Yay! Everybody have a safe day! Enjoy yourselves and the collector's cases I put together for you.
See, this kind of shit's like really interesting to me.
On February 13th, Christian finished his 6-part so-called autism tutorial, a selection of
Oh my
animation-based levels in Little Big Planet 2, in which he talks about autism and his personal experiences with the condition.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Christian Weston Chandler, alias Christopher, and I am autistic.
Alias.
I'm functionally autistic. In this animation, with Wikipedia facts and book diagrams, and in my own words and opinions, we will look into autism, what it is, possible causes, and treatments and cures, and how we autistics should be treated and respected.
I am gonna stop it right here and say something. I think most people who claim to be autistic are lying. And the reason I say that is I've heard about autism for a very long time. I think I've actually already talked about this. I've heard about autism. I never knew anybody that was autistic. Nobody ever talked about being autistic. And now it's like in 2020, everybody's fucking autistic. You see, back in my day, whenever I was in high school, everybody was bipolar, and everybody just used that as an excuse to be a fucking cunt in high school. I don't think it's really that big of a deal.
In real-life social situations. First, autism. What is it? In a nutshell, it is a malfunction in the neural
He's got Sonic Chew and Rose
that
Chew.
impairs social interactions, communication, and restricted or repetitive behaviors. But facts also state that autism occurs pre-birth, sadly, in mutated genetics within the chromosomes, which can happen when a pregnant mother smokes.
I'm not saying that it's not real. I'm just saying that I don't think most people have it like they claim to do.
Or real environmental factors such as car exhaust. Ladies, get off the drugs now. Another factor lies in the father's age upon child conception. The mother's age is not a factor here. Dudes, have your children before like 40 or 50. Common symptoms
Can you go tell your dad that?
Include and should be observed and noticed little to no eye contact, malcommunication with delayed babbling, unusual gestures, low responsiveness. Try calling their name. In that young age, they seldom respond if they have autism, as well as unsynced atypical vocal patterns. They also will have lack of intuition of other people, lack of attention to social stimuli, and little to no smiling. A controversy began when they blamed mercury and MMR vaccines, but it was removed from all vaccines in early 2000, and yet the autism rate still...
This is really cool that he did this. Like, I feel fucking educated.
Going back to what you can do for your autistic child, you can do a number of things, but of course the most important thing is to positively, emotionally encourage them. And try and give them hugs anyway, even if they don't want it. They will feel the love eventually, because I know I have. My mom never stopped hugging me. You can, and of course, there's also therapy, psychiatry.
He's got a little picture of himself back there. That's fucking cool, Chris.
I highly encourage mainstreaming them, letting them be normal, letting them try to fit in with the normal places, like high school and middle school. I fit in perfectly after I so did, but never ever send them to a mental institution. It's just wrong. It's a dark, evil place. I was almost forced into there once, but my parents would not have it.
He's got the facial, like, is it facial recognition?
At Manchester High School of Midlothian, Virginia, I really felt emotionally rich because I had a great number of friends. The closest and majority of were some sweet girls. My circle of gal pals was the best asset and blessing anyone could ever ask for. They understood me, and I understood them.
Why do you guys sell vampire fangs?
We hung out, conversed, and hung out within our classes. It was the best of times. Pretty much. And I even had a high school sweetheart like most would. And the quality throughout was great. And would be most appreciated by any person, autistic or not. Sadly though, about my high school years, of which I can only complain about, were two things, and I did not realize these till after I graduated. Actually, one I realized mid-graduation, but after graduation, I realized that I was naive on the subject of dating throughout high school. The mandatory sexual education class is good for after date number 3 and so, but how do we even get to date number 1? That's my question. I really would appreciate a mandatory dating education class alongside sexual education. Also, abstinence is...
They don't have a class for that because it's creepy. But you do have 2 variations of it that you should probably take in school. One is sex ed. The other is going to be like communication. I think it's communication application. Yeah, so anyway, it's one is like a speech class. It teaches you how to talk and converse with people. in big groups or like giving presentations. And then the other one's just fairly obvious. It's the one that nobody fucking paid attention to and made dick jokes the whole time. So they are classes, Chris.
The virgin breaker needs to happen before adulthood arrives. Because being an adult virgin sucks. Even for us autistic
Abstinence,
and mentally challenged. And the second thing about my high school years that I would complain about is my high school graduation ceremony. It was a very depressing day. It was raining, it was dark, it was dreary.
I was in that mine.
Anyway, went up and got my diploma, and I did not shake anybody's hand. I mean, there were important people there. I did not shake anybody's hands. I just grabbed my diploma, cried, and ran off the stage. Went to a back room, set a table by myself for a little while. Then my best gal pal, Tip, met up with me, and she made me feel a little better. I would love to see her again, at least hang out for a little while. My high school years were the best and most emotionally encouraging for me. But after graduation in 2000 and moving back to Lane Ruckersville, it was all downhill for me.
Oh man, see this is fucking depressing.
Suck, and I'm soon to turn 29. I left my heart back at Manchester High in Midlothian. I also graduated from Piedmont, Virginia Community College with a degree in computer aided drafting and design. But that graduation went better for me because I did not have many friends.
I don't even have a degree in anything. Chris, you're doing better than me, bro.
Just plain hated me. She made it apparent that it was illegal to find true love in the state of Virginia, and that Virginia was a state for virgins.
Well, I mean, you had a creepy sign. That's the girlfriend-free boyfriend thing, right?
She still tipped me off of me. Even after I apologized to her for portraying her the way I did in my books, she would not accept my apology, and she banned me from the grounds of Piedmont, Virginia Community College. That's one hell of a thank you for an apology, or an apology accepted. Obviously, she did not accept my apology.
Well, she probably thought you were going to rape somebody or shoot the school up.
Period. And I also hosted the Game and Hobby Place in Charlottesville. Burn to the ground, along with Michael Snyder.
God. Just let it fucking go.
And that's all my ranting for right now. The expensive mall of downtown Charlottesville houses a number of small businesses.
Oh
as
God,
well
this
as
is
the
a long
show-stopping pavilion tent
puppet
and
video.
the Paramount Theater. This, as well as the Faction Square Shopping Center, should both be social watering holes, but for me, sadly, they are not. Anywhere herein, even including the bars and events like Fridays after 5, nobody will even look or say hello to me. And of course, the internet reputation I have against me, sadly, thanks to those gross people that have taken my information
That you presented yourself.
and strewed it around in their misconceptions of weirdness, twisting everything.
That you said yourself.
I've already gone into how bad that has affected me and how emotionally scarred I have been. Back to social life, the autism increases my shyness, so I hardly have even the basic instinct to just say hello to anyone, or even open up so easily with trust.
You seem pretty trustful of all these girls.
About who I am, so that I am not misunderstood erroneously with the internet that's against me. My name is Christian Weston Chandler, high-functioning autistic artist. I am kind, caring, empathetic,
I wouldn't go that far.
emotional, a good friend, a loyal friend, cautious and wary, trustworthy,
Nah.
mostly honest. I
Nah.
do not like to lie. I would only lie to protect the other person's feelings of care and respect. I am not a monster. I am a caring, emotional, feeling, heterosexual human
Oh my
being.
god.
And I should be treated equally and respected as such. At least I do have one friend who cares about me around here. Unfortunately, she refuses to go beyond just friends, but I care about her just the same anyway. Because that is the kind of guy I am.
Chris's friend Mick shows up to inform him that she has a friend that she would like to introduce to him. The subtitles depict their conversation.
See, this is fucking cool. Like, I can't even animate anything on Paint. I've been making videos for years. I don't even do thumbnails
In the next
right.
part, Mick introduces Christian to Nanette, who is described by him as a pretty woman.
Net.
Now, understand, this is what I'm talking about for us autistic people. We are too shy by default. But on earning our trust, or if we feel comfortable or like the other person on our individual instincts, we will open up. And to start us right, we need either A, the other person to approach and talk to us upon their own will, or B, have our own trusted friend or family introduce us to other people of our respective ages.
Well, see, like with me, I'm not autistic. I don't like talking to people, but I also have no problem talking to people. I could actually just go up to anybody and just have a conversation and not feel awkward about it. I'm an extrovert. I'm not shy at all, but that doesn't mean I go out of my way to do that. Most of the time, I'll literally ignore anybody, including people I'm at my job with. I won't talk to almost anybody, and then everybody always wants to come be my friend. They always want to come talk to me. So, I mean, I think you could benefit from trying. I mean,
in this scenario,
you never know,
it
man.
was a great match for me. For A, she is a single woman without a boyfriend.
That's what single means.
B, she is pretty and easy on my eyes. And C, this woman I could feel comfortable with and feel a good and honest aura from her. From this, a good friendship and hopefully a long relationship will stay between us for the long time. Do not bring me down here, naysayers and haters.
God.
Let's look at a few other scenarios similar to opposite results. Obviously, most women, easy on my eyes, good-humored, sweet, pretty, black, white, Asian, Christian, Jewish, Buddhism. I have no care about skin color or religion. Whatever. I will be kind to all of them, respectful and welcoming them, to have them in my circle of friends. Lesbians too.
Oh my god.
Just don't get on my bad side here. Men, my own kind, on the other hand, I will feel most hesitant towards, because I have had fewer male friends in my life, and I have had mostly bad experiences around them. If the
Come on, Jordan.
however,
He needs a friend.
friendly gesture and does not make me angry or make me feel most uncomfortable or ill at ease, I will be willing to give him a chance and welcome him as a friend and nothing more.
So none of the...
However, going back to the mean people of the internet, upon meeting one of them in real life, and I will be able to recognize them, I'm sure enough, at least with basic instincts, I will not hold back my endured rage. Just ask this crying Clyde.
He actually made fucking
Chris's
Clyde.
character then proceeds to beat up a caricature of a masked Clyde Cash.
You can do this shit in Little Big Planet?
Physically and mentally challenged individuals will vary more. Good results upon if they are easy to look at, if they are able to speak clearly, even slowly. that I can easily understand them. And now the other part, the other side, whoa, back off. I'm spooked if you are ugly, seriously disfigured, especially in the face, that you mumble more than you speak, you're hard to understand at all. It is nothing personal, and I apologize for anyone who feels at unease after hearing what I just said, but it's just the way I feel.
I see.
Another thing about us autistic people, we do not like to be alone, quote-unquote, 24/7. We need the emotional support of a true friend constantly and in person. Also, on another note,
Is this so crazy that I don't need anybody's emotional support? I'm a grown man, and I could just live without somebody just praising me.
And not just any part, the most vital part. Why do we treat the rest of our body parts, which essentially alone are brainless, better than our one actual central processing unit that is not brainless? As a part of the body, funds should be equally distributed or equally divided between both physical and mental health. So then the cures for mental illnesses, including autism, can be found. It just makes me feel sad and furious at this time. I, for one, actually appreciate a true and full good quality friendship. Yet, in a world full of sick-minded people, one can only detest, I feel so paranoid of a number of people. And I feel uncertain of most anyone I could ever trust or feel at ease around. The social phobias I can no longer tolerate, which is why, unlike the autistic people who pitifully accept it as a forever lasting curse, I for one seek a cure. On the day, a resolution to
Sometimes you just got to get up and go talk to somebody, bro. That's all you got to do.
Corpus callosum repair and such.
I mean, you can't wait for a girl to come around to you. You got to go ask her out.
First in line to take the life-changing autism cure I have desired for so long. To establish a quicker, more socially active mind, a great sense of self-esteem, a great sense of self-reliance, a great sense of self-confidence, total independence, and freedom from the thorns of autism of any kind or sort. The life only an autistic person can ever dream of. I am Christian Weston Chandler, and this has been an autism tutorial. Thank you, and have a good and safe day.
His autism tutorial was followed by a special bonus animation made in the same vein.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, because apparently you decide you want...
He looks like a fucking Chucky doll.
Autism tutorial, we have a special guest for you today. Please put your hands together for a reasonably facsimile of Mr. Hans Asperger. Host Christian Chandler on this short talk show, and this is Mr. Hans Asperger. Now let's talk about him for a bit. Now, apparently, Mr. Hans Asperger, from the Vienna University Hospital in 1938. Oh, how
that was almost 100 years ago. Jesus.
You gave a lecture in Germany on autistic psychopaths after investigating a mild form of autism. Isn't that right, Hans? Yeah.
Oh,
and also, apparently, this separate diagnosis, as it is quoted, was not recognized until 1981, only 1 year before I was born.
Christian Love Day.
Although coined from your name, Mr. Asperger, apparently a Mr. Leo Kenner took the study much further and established the term early infantile autism. Do you applaud Mr. Kenner for his work? Yeah, I see. Now, in my feeling alone,
This is like my interview with Megan.
others, the name Asperger, it strikes me badly, and I feel offended just by hearing the word. Do you feel I have the right to my own opinions and feelings as an individual person, Hans? Yeah. Thank you very much, good sir. Do you feel bad about having a name that sounds like a bad cut of cow meat? Yeah. Do you feel
Oh my
that
god.
I, Christian Weston Chandler, do not deserve any blame or punishment for having an opinion of a single word such as Asperger?
Yeah.
Do you have a general understanding about how I feel about you now? Yeah.
My god, quit asking yes and no questions.
Are you positive you really understand how I feel about you, Mr. Hans Asperger? Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What the fuck am I watching?
Yeah. Yeah. Baka. I feel
Baka?
dislike towards you for selfishly putting your ill name in association with autism.
This is like some Adult Swim late night Cartoon Network bullshit.
I feel it only makes us autistic kind sound even worse. Asperger's. You should have left it as it was. Autism is autism. And in your research, you linked it up with psychopath. I feel even more offended at that. Now get out of my sight. Yeah? I apologize if I came off as bad to anybody, made them feel bad for the way I acted. But then again, I do get emotional and carried away sometimes. Thank you for watching, and have a good, safe, and blessed day.
I don't
On February
understand.
25th, Jackie sent
Oh,
Chris
thank
an
God.
email wishing him a happy birthday and inquiring how he was getting along. He sent her a reply a little over a month later, in which he revealed a revelation about his identity. Whereas a tomboy, who was a girl who possessed male features,
Oh, no.
fashion sense, and demeanor, Chris dubbed himself a tomgirl, a man with girl-like sensibilities. Whether or not this reimagined look and sense of self were entirely of his own choosing and without chosen influences is
I literally had a fucking comment about this a couple days ago, where they were telling me that 2011 is going to start with the Tom Girl thing, and I was like, "Yay, hey, spoilers, stop." I didn't think it was going to happen this fucking early.
uncertain.
Oh no.
In a nutshell, I have
Oh,
grown
no.
my hair out and continuing to let it grow. I have learned the best term to describe me. Tomgirl, close parentheses. Yes, I am a tomgirl, and I am damn proud of it. I have embraced and appreciated my feminine side. I am still totally heterosexual. Otherwise, I would be a full-blown you-know-what. I also have had my ears pierced with amethyst studs, my birthstone.
Oh no,
recently.
Chris.
I've been more self-confident, and I have a sweet sachet walk, hair, and wink flirts, and I'm greeting women left and right. Hello, close parentheses. Also, here's another way to consider me. I am a Ken doll any Barbie can dress in her clothes, and I would feel most comfortable in them and to model them for her. Come shopping with me, sweetie.
Oh no,
Close
this is where it all
parentheses.
starts.
He sent her a small collection of photos of his new look, which he had only shared with one other party, Linnea, a gal pal portrayed by Kim Wilson. Jackie finally sent a reply to Chris on April 18th, in which she confessed that she got aroused by his photos, and that she also shared them with another friend of hers. Chris was bothered that his pictures were being shared, but since he didn't find them on the quickie, he felt that it was still fine. They further continued communications, with Jackie revealing that she was no longer with Lars, and would possibly be interested in meeting up with Christian if given enough time. Chris then told her that his mother was quite unsupportive of his tomgirl ways for the first few weeks, but then settled into this new fact. Barbara became bothered again when Chris started putting on makeup, with her fearing that he was turning into a homosexual or a transvestite. He also remarked that she thought it made him look like a prostitute. Chris further shared with Jackie that his father was recovering from colon cancer surgery and that he was putting a strain on Barbara due to his constant argument starting. Barbara also quote-unquote got some monkeys off her back while confiding in Chris during this stressful time. She brought up the final day of Christian and Bob moving back to Ruckersville from Chesterfield County in 2000. That night, she offered them a spaghetti dinner, which they both declined. Angered by the situation, she refused to cook for them from that point onward. Chris then told Jackie that the following month, he was planning to get himself a belly button piercing and a tattoo on his lower back, which would consist of planetary symbols and the phrase, "Tomgirl forever."
Chris.
Toward the end of April, the PlayStation Network was hacked and personal information of users was compromised. On April 30th, Chris discovered all of the Tomgirl photos that he had shared with Jackie and his online gal pal Dana on the Quickie. He wrote emails to both Dana and Jackie, doubting their legitimacy as true and honest friends. He announced that he would no longer share photos with Jackie until she earned his trust. Jackie responded angrily, upset that he would call her a liar when he himself had lied to her so many times. She also suggested that perhaps the photos he shared with Dana via the PSN were saved onto Sony's servers, and that was how the trolls got a hold of them.
Smart thinking.
After 2 days, Christian formulated a reply, apologizing for accusing her of being in league with the trolls. He clarified that the photos being made public was devastating to him because now trolls knew of his new appearance, and worried that he might become a target of real-life trolling once again. On May 5th,
that was going to happen
Chris
regardless.
wrote a 8-page letter to Sony concerning the PSN hacking. He also typed it out and sent it via email to both Dana and Jackie. In it, he stated his full name and town of residence, and requested that Sony and the FBI track down the real identities of all the trolls who have been bothering him since November of 2007 while investigating the hacking. He added that he was the creator of Sonichu and had hand-drawn the online comic book series of his adventures, but along the way, trolls became aware of his presence and thoroughly spoiled his comics. He clarified that despite what some people may say online, he was in fact heterosexual. He admitted that he was partly at fault because in his past immaturity, he used to continuously respond to trolls, quote-unquote, egging them on. In closing, Chris denied that Sony were responsible for the hacking, and that these trolls, cyberbullies, and hackers should bear the full brunt of this incident and be sued. Throughout the month of May, Jackie and Chris continued their email discussion on a near-daily basis, with topics ranging from spending habits and financial troubles to the interpersonal relationships between Christian and his parents. He theorized that he wasn't hired by Walmart or McDonald's because of his background check, which would have revealed unwanted information about himself on the Quickie. In addition, Jackie created some original pony characters inspired by the cartoon and merchandise series My Little Pony, so that he might feature them in his comics. Chris declined the offer, stating that ponies did not belong to the universe of Sonichu and Rosechu. 2 days later,
doesn't he add them though?
With him again because of his tomgirlish ways, and feared that he might kill her. In her emotional rage, she threatened to kill him. After a short while, she called Chris downstairs and forcefully cut off 2 inches of his hair. In his shock, he called her a bitch, and upon realizing that that made him a son of a bitch, it hurt him even more. He gathered up clumps of his hair and fashioned a charm necklace out of it to promote faster hair regeneration. He also got himself a wig, which he wore out in public. During this time, Christian continued to further embrace his femininity, singing songs such as Teenage Dream by Katy Perry on karaoke nights and buying women's clothing. He confessed to his online gal pal that he was feeling uncomfortable using the men's bathroom while dressed up in his typical feminine garb, and asked her if it would be out of line for him to use the ladies' bathroom instead, stating that he would have no issue if a tomboy decided to use the facilities for men. While Chris's coming out as a tomgirl may have come as a shocking surprise to many observers, the signs were obvious to those who watched him the closest. Many theorized that his curious case of homophobia was due to his own repressed desires, stifled by his conservative household, and for those who wished to delve deep into his past, Chris's future changes in identity should come as no surprise at all.
I mean, look, I already knew hold on. Oh my god, dude. Like, I already knew he was gonna do this. Like, everybody already knows Chris has done this. So, no, like, no spoilers for me or anything. Because I don't know all the specifics of Chris's life, and I've been surprisingly keeping myself in check for well over a year now, doing these videos, watching Geno Samuel's videos. Just because I respect this so much, and I appreciate his work on this so much, I actually want to just find out every 2 weeks what's happening next. And god damn, I wasn't prepared for that. I didn't think it was going to be this soon. I guess I knew it was going to be 2011 from my comment I got, but I did not know it was going to be this goddamn soon. And I don't know how to feel, man. Oh my god, dude. Chris. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I will see you guys in part 35. Yeah, Electric Jelly Beans, I was thinking about it like halfway through the video. We got to get your OBS up. We got to get this ready for you. And I will see you guys then. Goodbye.